you noticed that stuff happens? There you are in your life, minding your own business, and you're surrounded by circumstances. Events happen to you. You meet Mr. Right or Mr. Wrong. Your upbringing happens to you. You have amateur parents, crazy parents, no parents. The economy happens to you. The interest rates are up, the interest rates are down, the job market is booming or it's bust. Genetics happen to you. You're born a certain gender, with your skin a certain color, and with a predisposition to be shy or to gain weight or to get Alzheimer's. People happen to you, especially people won't do what you want them to do. Luck happens to you or doesn't happen to you. It's the lady ahead of you at the grocery store who picks the scratch and win ticket that wins. The past is still happening to you in your memories, whether it was trauma or triumph. Those things in the past may be still affecting you. You may think that fate is operating on you. It's all God's fault the way your life is. Well, what is. And the question is, why in the same circumstances, whether they are positive circumstances or negative circumstances, do different people get different results? There's somebody who has wonderful circumstances, but responds in a way that makes things not work out very well, and somebody else in the same circumstances responds in a different way. For instance, these two people could have been both born into families full of upheaval, poverty-stricken families, and yet one stays stuck in the family pattern and the other rises above it. What's going on? Often the problem is not the problem. The real problem is how we respond to the circumstances we have. Some people have the mental mindset of responding to circumstances by choosing to be a passive victim of those circumstances. It's as if when someone chooses to be a victim of circumstances that they give away their personal power. And yet there are other people, and they might be in the same circumstances, whether positive or negative, but their mindset is different and their response is different. They choose a constructive set of responses to circumstances. For instance, someone who wins the lottery could, instead of blowing it all, invest it all. That's an example of a constructive response to a positive situation. Or somebody could have had a situation where the job market was really crappy, the economy is really crappy, and yet they find a way to respond constructively to that situation. And so, what's the difference? How does someone hang on to their personal power, focus that personal power, and get better results? It's all about learning to be creative and positive no matter what's going on. It's about recognizing that you have a choice in every circumstance to be the person with the most flexibility to choose, which means you are the person with the most power. It's about recognizing that you have the ability to respond. It's about modeling that way of thinking and responding, which is called optimism or the optimistic explanatory style. It's about taking action rather than passively waiting for stuff to happen. It's about being relentlessly self-honest and not allowing your subconscious, your limbic brain to run you. And how do people do that? It's all about how they focus the power of their mind and that they have beliefs or create beliefs that enable them to take all of these positive choices. How do you learn mental focus? How do you get rid of limiting beliefs? Well, some of you may recall this graph of brainwave activity. We're not going to explain it again here. Go look at the other video. But that area of alpha theta, the area of that particular brainwave activity, we know from both modern research and from ancient tradition that that is the area that is the gateway to the powers of the mind. You learn how to do that in the Dynamind course, where we combine ancient wisdom and modern research. More than 26,000 people so far have already learned the Dynamind skills. People you've heard of, people you know. Find out what you can learn to do. Go to our website, scienceofhappiness.com, and see what there is there for you.